Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. We are live. Well, we're live if you're watching live. Probably not live if you're watching this later. But welcome to AdamMcKola TV anyway. And I thought, you know what? Just got in from having a little kickabout with the lads, a little bit of five-a-side. Got in, had a shower, jumped on my phone. Got a new phone, by the way. New Samsung and all that, which is not bad at all. But nevertheless, jumped on Twitter. And I'm seeing talk about Paul Pogba staying. So I'm starting to think, right, where's this coming from? Let me start researching where this is coming from. And I'm sure a lot of you guys sat at home are thinking the exact same thing. So, just like I usually do, we're going to talk about the transfer rumours. We're going to talk about the transfer talk. And we're going to talk about what is going on in the news at the moment. While the report comes from the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail are reporting that Paul Pogba is considering staying at Old Trafford. In fact, they don't say he's considering staying at Old Trafford. They say he wants to stay at Old Trafford and is open to signing a new contract. He's got a contract that is currently worth around £300,000 per week with bonuses on top that would take that over that. He's on a contract of that which lasts for 2 more seasons. So obviously, United in the summer, the general feeling at the moment has been Paul Pogba's off ski. You know, we're not challenging for trophies. He can probably get a team that is challenging for the Champions League and challenging for the league, and he'll probably go in the summer. His agents made it quite clear that his player wants to win things, and that's fair enough. You know, I can understand a player like Paul Pogba at that point in his career wanting to win things. Even though, as a United fan and as someone that loves Paul Pogba, I want him to stay at United. I want him to succeed here. And I want him to win trophies here. But I kind of get it. Especially when you look at the ownership. But now we're hearing talk that he could be signing a new deal at the club. He could be staying at the club. The actual facts around it is he's back in training this week. He could be involved against LASK Linz. If not, he could be involved against Spurs. So that's great news. Now many of us were expecting him to come in, tear it up with Bruno and Pogba and Martial and tear it up and then swan off in the summer. But now there seems to be a little bit of a carrot being dangled. Now, is this just newspapers knowing that if they put a story out there regarding Paul Pogba, it's going to earn clicks and they're going to get, you know, a lot of discussion around that, whether it's United fans saying, oh my God, he wants to stay, he's the worst man ever, get him out of our club, or whether it's people saying, yo, that's great news, I'd love him to stay at the club. Regardless of what the reaction is, they know they'll get a reaction out of this news. So it could be absolute bollocks. But if it's true, I'd be buzzing. Now last summer, obviously, he admitted he wanted to potentially leave. United said no. He got his head down, he trained, he was prepared to play the new season until he got injured. And apart from that, he's not really said anything. But we know in the summer, and I've been told by, I hate to do this in the no talk, but I've been told by someone that should know better, that in the summer he was offered one of the best deals United have ever offered a player, and he didn't take it. So it wasn't about money for him. It wasn't about money for him. He just wanted success. And he was offered this, didn't take it, said his future was probably elsewhere, but United didn't sell. And now we're looking at, is he being convinced that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's project is the way forward and he can win trophies here? Is it just absolute bollocks? Is it that nobody else wants to give him the wages that he's currently after? You know, clubs aren't really going to be after him and give him the money that United want. So the best thing for him to do is get his head down, sign a new deal and stay at the club. That's a potential as well. There's so many question marks that this leaves. But if it's true and Paul Pogba wants to stay, that is music to my ears, because we need to be keeping our best players. And for all the people that run around saying, oh, Bruno Fernandes is amazing, he's better than Pogba and we don't need rubbish. He's a great player. Pogba's a fantastic player. You can fit both of them into your team. The City say, oh, Bernardo Silva's great, we don't need De Bruyne anymore. Oh, David Silva's amazing. Oh, let's fuck De Bruyne off. No. They've got quality in positions, numerous positions. And I feel like sometimes we go too far with praise of players and criticism of players. Me too. But, like I was saying, if he stays and he's committed to the cause, he wants to be at United, I'd love it. In fact, like I've often said, I feel like success is what he wants. If he can achieve success, why would a player come back to Manchester United and then want to leave as a failure? Why would you do that? Surely he wants to leave as a success. And if we can win trophies, he'll leave as a success. And if he sees that, United can win trophies, Real Madrid are in a little bit of a scenario, Juventus got Sarri, they're probably going to be changing manager, are they going to stump up the P's? Maybe my future is at United. And if that's the case, what does that say about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? If he's building an environment that's making the likes of Bruno Fernandes come in and tear it up, that's making Paul Pogba think, I want to be involved in that. That's making players want to play for us. So it's an interesting one. Obviously, you want players to just play for United. Just want to play for the club, like me and you. We're all fans. And I genuinely believe deep down, Pogba has some love for the club. But ultimately, a player of his quality is going to go where he feels he can win trophies best. I hope that he thinks that's United. Because if he does, we are really building a team. If we can get a Bruno, Pogba, McTominay, Fred, bring in some midfield reinforcements, bring in a Jadon Sancho, having those players like that, Rashford back, Martial back, strengthen the front line a little bit, we'd be absolutely solid. Now, I've seen some people talking about his agent and his brother, and I agree. They're absolute ball bags with what they keep coming out and saying. But also I feel as a grown man, people are speaking on your behalf or giving their opinions on you, you should be able to say, hold up, stop talking about me in public. You're affecting things at my workplace. So I kind of see where some are coming from. They're adults, they're going to say what they think. But I also think Paul Pogba can, especially his agent, his brother's going to give his own opinion. He's a professional footballer. If he's asked to be a pundit, he's going to be a pundit. But his agent, he should have a little bit more control over that. Adam, if Pogba wants to stay, not only does Pog stay, Pog plays. He's still the best player at the club, says Bosby Legend, and I agree with you there. I think he's the best player at the club as well. Sam says, to be honest, Adam, I think he's seen the way we're playing since we got Bruno. He's having second thoughts. What name do I have on the back of that white kit? This one, nothing. This one over here, not sure if it's in the shot. So basically this glorious kit here. Let me show you this one. I love this kit. It's one of my favourite kits when I was a kid. Wearing this, running around, playing football, thinking I was David Beckham. And look at it. The writing's all peeled off. Proper piss take that. It was the first year they brought out this kind of rubbery Premier League writing, and my mum stuck it in the wash and it come off straight away, which was a bit of a fucking nuisance. One of my favourite shirts. Absolutely loved that. But yeah, back to the matter at hand. I'm not wearing socks. I'm wearing slippers. Guys, get your comments, get your thoughts, get your super chats in, get subscribing to AdamMcKola TV. We are here live. We are here talking the Paul Pogba reports, and I'll read out the full reports to you while you're here as well. I can probably bring them up, but actually I'm not going to open up the Daily Mail report on my laptop because it'll end up fucking up the stream. But here's a story on my brand new phone. Look at that. Lovely, isn't it? Lovely phone. I'm such a sadder. But anyway, it says Paul Pogba's on the brink of a Manchester United U-turn, with unsettled star open to signing new deal and hoping to link up with midfield Bruno Fernandes. Paul Pogba is prepared to commit his future to Manchester United amid a growing belief he could spearhead a new era of success at Old Trafford. Following months of rumours regarding his future, the France international was expected to leave Old Trafford before next season as he enters the final 2 years of his deal. However, Sports Mail understands Pogba sees his long-term future at United and is happy to stay and even extend his existing deal. So they're saying, balls out, Pogba sees his long-term future at United. They then go on to assume that any new deal that he would sign would be for around £400,000 per week. Now that assumption is based on the fact that he's earning around 350 grand per week at the moment, give and take with bonuses. So it would obviously go up because this at this stage in his career is probably going to be his biggest contract, especially when you look at how commercially lucrative someone like Paul Pogba is. It goes on to say there is a widely held belief this inside Old Trafford that Pogba wants to leave this summer. Though the midfielder has never publicly spoken of his desire to quit the club. Half true, half false, because he did last summer, but since then he's never said I want out. So to be fair, and when Mino Raiola did, he backtracked soon after, saying that his client would be open to signing a new deal. So this is almost just a furthering of that, isn't it? Because you remember when Mino Raiola said that, where he kind of had that dig at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and then he come back and he said, I didn't mean it, and my player wants to stay and he'll sign a new contract or something. I'm sure he's bipolar. With Pogba entering the final 2 years of his contract, United were planning on listening to offers for him this summer to avoid the scenario of cheaply losing a player they signed for a then record £89 million in 2016. But news of Pogba's optimism may prompt United into a rethink, which would open the door to talks over a new deal. Pogba already earns in the region of 300k a week at United, but a new deal would take his earnings to around 400k a week. Pogba has trained this week and could be available for selection against LASK Linz in Thursday's Europa League tie. Failing that, he hopes to return to the squad for Sunday's Premier League clash at Old Trafford, which is the best news about this, is that he's getting back and he's going to be back very, very soon, which is great to hear. Adam, would like your thoughts for us, your loyal subs, diehard United fans and AM9 FC shareholders. How great is it to see the Martial agenda dying? It is great. It is great indeed. And it shows you what having players that are gonna link up, that are gonna create with your other talent, what it can bring out of your other players. When Pogba plays, Rashford and Martial play better. When he's out of the team, they don't play better. And as soon as Bruno Fernandes comes in, someone with a brain, someone with the ability to link up play, United play better. It's not rocket science. You're only as good as the players in behind. Yes, that's not to say Martial can't do things better for himself, because he can. But nevertheless, it's great to see the improvements he has made this season, and especially since the winter break as well. Hope he stays, says Danielson. Con says standard, no good offers from him, so get him in the papers to get the price up. I doubt United would brief this. I don't think United would brief this. If it's come from anywhere, it's come from his agent or the player himself. Beyond that, it's come from just a journalist making up. Alternatively, it's either he wants a new deal, okay? 2, it's bullshit. 3, they've put it out there in order to say, yo, Juve, Real, sort your shit out. Could sign here. So there's a number of ways you can look at it. There's a number of reasons why this story could be coming out. But if we take it at face value and it's true, I'm buzzing. Everyone knows my opinions on Paul Pogba, the player. Fantastic talent. Absolutely fantastic talent. And seeing him at United next season would be massive for the club, I think. Because then you really are 1 or 2, 3, I say 2, 3 solid signings away from being a proper team. Competition for places can only be a good thing, says Fireblade. Rashford and Martial being fed by Pogba and Bruno. Jesus, I've got goosebumps, says John James. Timo, your thoughts? Adam, says Raymond. Timo Werner's going Liverpool, isn't he? I didn't really see the game today. I seen the like last 10 minutes because as I said, I went to play football. Cameron says I'm late. What's the word? The word tonight is the Mail are reporting that Paul Pogba is open to staying at Manchester United and signing a new deal at the club, having it seemingly been obvious to all Man United fans that he would leave in the summer. Looks like we could be in for a surprise. Who would have thought it? Guys, get hitting that like button, get commenting, get sharing, get subscribing to AdamMcKola TV and get them super chats in as well. We're going to keep this stream rolling. How much longer do you want this stream to keep rolling? Do we keep going till midnight? Do we make it a midnight train? Let me know what you think. Maka says, what do you think of Man United responding to the alleged racist behaviour at Old Trafford by the security contractors? # no room for racism. I have mentioned this already in the Weekly United, which I released a few hours ago. I did cover that story, and it's obviously a sickening one, and my thoughts are with the young man that was at the centre of the incident, and I hope he's feeling better now, and I hope the justice is served. King of 206 is Daily Mail. I don't trust them at all. That's why I've always got to tell you that there's potential for it to be bollocks. I've always got to say that. Joshua Olusegun Oshiafi, hope I've said your name right, mate, from the US says, if we get Sancho done, Pogba will stay, and that was with a super chat. Thank you very much, mate. We do appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Like I said to the other guys the other day, if you were in that stream, we are taking things more seriously on AdamMcKola TV, as you've probably seen over the last month or two. Regular content, new series, live streams, previews, reviews, match reaction, aftermath lives, chats with me and Dean. I'll start doing some debate. To get hitting that like button, get subscribing, get commenting, get sharing. I'm going to open up the paid subscriptions as well, but my content will always remain free, so you can chip in to support the channel and help me to boost the channel. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can say, Adam, I've been enjoying this free content, so I'm going to keep it free, and I'll be absolutely happy with that. So keep it locked to AdamMcKola TV. I've got so much more coming your way. Make sure you're hitting that like button as well. We've got 68 likes and 432. Come on, it's got to be better than that. Arvin the Channer's in the comments, my guy, always in the comments. I do appreciate you, mate. Until one, Jacob, come on, bro. Pogba, I'm freaking out. Christian, don't freak out just yet. It's nothing official. Let's wait and see if the news does just get confirmed. Keo and Fabian are in the house. Peter Halmore says he's driving a new car that was given to him. Who are you talking about, bro? Adam, read his new comments on Man United. Read whose new comments on Man United. What about Grealish? You all know my thoughts on Jack Grealish. I want Jack Grealish at Manchester United. You all know this. You all know this. Get Jack Grealish in. Even if Pogba stays, we can get Jack Grealish in. There's no reason why we can't do that. Abhishek says, giving Pogba more than 350k a week will be horrible for our wage bill. He's probably already earning around that much, you know. He's probably already earning around that much, with bonuses and stuff. I think David De Gea is definitely earning around that much. So I think you're underestimating what our wage bill actually is. We were giving Alexis Sanchez after bonuses well over 400 grand a week. So you know, Flux King, that is a mad question, my brother, and I am not answering that. What is wrong with you? Thank you, Evans from Tanzania. Joshua again says, what's the update on Gomez's contract? No update on Gomez yet, but the rumours are that he is going to sign a new deal. Tahith Chong signed one, so fingers crossed, Angels right behind him, but I am worried about that. Louis Anderson Smith says, is the game at the weekend behind closed doors, with a super chat. I appreciate all of your super chats, guys. And of course, if you just want to leave a regular comment, I'm going to read them out as well. The game at the weekend at this moment in time is not behind closed doors. Things can change very quickly though. We know that already. It's 2:55 and I'm falling asleep, says Amar. Come on, bro, stick with it. Full-time Devils is not my full-time job. No, Jack. I was doing various other bits and bobs as well, which obviously, if you've kept up to date recently, got a little bit cancelled and some of them things have dried up. But at the moment, I'm still doing my my AdamMcKola TV channel. I'm still doing Full-Time Devils, and I'm still doing various other bits and bobs as well as living in the real world. It's a hard slog, this, juggling everything, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Before the days of YouTube and that, I was on forums and writing blogs and doing all that shit. I always enjoyed talking about football. And since then, I remember before I started on Full-Time Devils and before I started AdamMcKola TV, I had a channel called MUFC Ads. MUFC Ads. I'm going to read Timo Werner's comments now. And I uploaded just videos from the stands. I remember I recorded Paul Scholes' volley against Villa. And I just had all these random videos on there. And then about a year before YouTube became a thing for me, and became like, you know, a little bit of a career, I started to when the channel, basically what happened was, do you guys remember when Google and YouTube kind of merged? And I got an email saying, do you want to keep this YouTube channel going, MUFC Ads? And I deleted it because I couldn't, there was no reason for me to, like, I had no reason. And about a year later I started doing YouTube, and it was like, if I kept that, I had like loads of historical little bits and bobs on there. It would have been great to have kept that and then built everything on top of that. Arvinder says, where did I work? Well, we have family business, like property and like things like that. And I did a law degree. So I got a law degree. Would you prefer Ighalo for one more year than Haaland or Werner or Dembele this summer? Which Dembele do you mean? Do you mean Leon's Dembele? Pardon me, by the way. Timo Werner. I'm looking for some new comments from Timo Werner. I can't. When did these comments come out, guys? And I'll find them and I'll read them out. Can't find his Timo comments. The last thing on Timo was Barcelona have reportedly joined the race. But apart from that, I can't see anything else. And I'm sure if he'd said something in relation to United, then the internet would have blown up. So, yeah. Any advice for growing a Manchester United Instagram page? Says Aaron, consistency, be yourself. Try and be different if you can. Consistency is important. Always try and improve. Don't take criticism to heart. Don't take praise to the head. And just keep going. If it's something that you enjoy doing, do it for that. Don't do it for any other reason. Do it because you enjoy it. And then if you want to make a career out of it, eventually, you never know, something might pop off. But do it for the right reasons, and then you never know what could happen. What could happen. So was it from earlier, the one that was 17 hours ago or something? So not after the game. So this one. I thought it was more recent. So okay. Timo Werner unsure over joining Liverpool, City or United from RB Leipzig. Timo Werner has told Sky Sports he's still not convinced about joining Liverpool, City or United over staying at Leipzig. The 24-year-old German striker, who also wants a target for Tottenham, is widely reported to be high on the list of a string of clubs. We know that. Werner admits he has a decision to make about whether to compete with other top. But this is the question: do you want to go to that kind of team because the situation is already that hard? What? But they are not, the other sides are teams which need some big changes because they just won a few big titles, but are not able to compete on the highest level anymore. For me, Manchester United is one of these teams. So at this point in my career, I'm asking myself, do I want to be part of a new team to build up something new? Or do I want to stay at my team and make something great? So he wants to do something new, make something great of his career. Which sounds great, which sounds good. But I can't see Timo Werner coming to United. Christian says Pogba is a monster. His physique is unreal. Chill out. Paul Pogba goes straight into the team. Says Edward. Aaron, nice one, mate. Pogba had an instant impact as well, you clown, says Fabian. It's true. It's true. And look at the stats that he pulled out last season. I find it stupid that people get like, you know, when you're a kid and you get a new toy and you just immediately think, fuck that old toy off. It's like Andy with Buzz and Woody. You know what I mean? You got Buzz. Now, man's are thinking, yo, fuck Woody. Pogba's Woody in this situation. Still reliable. Still sturdy. Still keeps shit together. Maybe. Doesn't make sense to let him go. If he wants to go and fuck off and find that cowgirl and chill with her in that barn, fair enough. But if he wants to be with Andy, there's no reason why Andy should be getting rid of him. There's no reason. Gavin says favourite Irish football team. All my Irish family, now I don't want to start any drama, all my Irish family support Celtic. Which I know isn't an Irish football club. It's a Scottish football club, but obviously they have Irish roots. Tim says, big love fella for giving advice to competition. Bro, competition is all good, man. We can all make it. Don't need to stress about, oh no, he's going to take my spot or he's going to take my shine. Look how many people at full-time Devils we've helped give opportunities to. Loads. Pogba times Bruno equals offensive. Opposition defence is crumbling. Who do you do? Drop out of midfield to fit Pogba back in there. Form has been mint this season. Says Colin, you have to be simple and ruthless about this. Paul Pogba's quality. He's our best player, so he gets into the team. And that sounds daft, and you don't bring him straight back in, but he wouldn't be able to anyway. But what you do is you bring him back in slowly, and eventually you figure out a way of playing. Now, I would say maybe Matic, Pogba, Bruno, Fred, Pogba, Bruno. You could play a midfield diamond with Matic or McTominay, Fred, Pogba and Bruno. There's various different ways you could play. You know it's right. You know it's right. The Toy Story analogy is the facts. It's facts only, guys. Facts only. Anyway, it's been half an hour of this. I've enjoyed the chat though. I'm sure you guys have too, because you've been with it for a long time. So thank you very much for locking in to AdamMcKola TV. Like I said, make sure you comment and share and subscribing, all of that jazz, because there's so much more to come your way. Trying to hit 100k by the end of the season. So let's do this together. Keep it locked to AdamMcKola TV. For now though, guys, I have been AdamMcKola. Thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for keeping it locked. Thank you for having a chat with me about this Pogba news. Fingers crossed it's true and the Daily Mail aren't pulling all of our legs and making us look like right bellends. Anyway, I'm AdamMcKola. I'm out. Yeah.